Who likes to win free stuff?
Me!
We are going to have a free giveaway contest. Stay tuned to find out more about it. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching our last video. Thank you for all the comments and likes and all the new subscribers.
We really do appreciate all of the support that we get from you. Now, an update from our last video. If you haven't watched our last video yet, you should go watch it. To update you from our last video, we want to show you a little bit about Bailey, what happened when we added her to her awesome new digging substrate, and what she did, because it worked out perfectly. So you can see what she's done. You want to hold that up a little bit, Gwen? Hold it just like that. Perfect. What you can see is that went in right there, and I don't know if you can see in there if the light's getting in there or not, but you can just, oh hey, not hiding anymore. She's actually out, hanging out, crawling around, which is pretty great. But you can tell what she did is she actually went in and created this cavern that goes underneath, and so she is more comfortable hanging out down there, and she'll come out and hunt. And she'll come out and hunt, and there she is, coming out and taking a wander around her enclosure. We just wanted to update you and show you how well the digging substrate is working. We're going to put you down, okay? Now before we get to the good stuff, meaning the contest and giveaway announcement.
And while we were getting our tarantulas ready for this video, we noticed that our biggest tarantula, Hairy Debbie, was out walking around. And we wanted to show her off a little bit and show how sweet and pretty she is. These tarantula, Phormictopus chalcodes, are famously known for being very docile. They're from Arizona, like the southwestern part of the United States. They're very pretty, as you can see.
And she is a big, big girl. We don't know how old she is. She came to us as an adult, and to be honest, she hasn't eaten in about a year. But she drinks water, and she is definitely not lacking in the booty size department. So we don't have any concerns at all that she's not healthy or stressed out or anything like that. It's just very normal. They don't move around a whole lot, and so they don't have a fast metabolism, and they don't really have a need to eat a lot when they're done growing. And this big girl is pretty much done growing. It's possible that she's 7 years old. It's possible that she's 30 years old. We really just don't know how old she is. But she is just a doll. When she's out like this, it's kind of fun because we can pet her a little bit. And even though she's kind of fluffy, she's not really a cuddly pet. We have other pets that are cuddly. Gwen, do you want to see if she's willing to play along? Give her a little pet. Aww. So sweet. She's just sitting there. What a sweet girl. So nice. She really just is not bothered by us. She's moving, so you can tell she's definitely alive. But she's fun to show off. She's such an impressive animal, and they are very slow growing species. We actually have a tiny sling version of this tarantula, and its abdomen looks super plump. And what does that mean, Gwen?
That means that it's probably about to molt.
And when a tarantula is about to molt, it's what we call pre-molt. As I get Debbie out of the way. Okay. So those of you who are a fan of music from the 80s will understand why the Arizona blonde tarantula, her name is Hairy Deb.
If you'll see at the front of our table, we have some spider and tarantula molts. Some of them are new and some of them are really old. Some of them look really good and some of them are really crumbly and not as good.
Tarantulas, like all other animals with an exoskeleton, have to shed that exoskeleton to be able to grow. Now, mammals and humans, our skin is continually sloughing off and regenerating. That's how we grow. Tarantulas and other invertebrates don't have that luxury. They have to get rid of their entire exoskeleton all at once in a process called molting.
Here's a video of the process of molting that we were lucky to capture with our Grammostola pulchripes, our very first tarantula.
So you'll see in this video that it's flipped over on its back, which can be very disconcerting if you don't know what you're looking at. But a tarantula will make a big mat of web to keep it safe. It'll flip over on its back and push that old exoskeleton off. And you can see that its fangs are completely white, its legs are white, and it'll take a while for their exoskeleton to harden and for their fangs to harden. So after a tarantula is molted, depending on its size, it could be anywhere from a week to 3 weeks before it's even going to be ready to eat again.
When a tarantula is getting ready to molt, it's called pre-molt. Some signs of pre-molt are when they stop eating, they get super lazy, they'll lay a ton of webs, and their legs will get super dark. Also, their abdomens will get really shiny and so big, so expanded that you can actually see their hearts.
Another good thing about molting is it gives us a chance to be able to look at their exoskeleton up close. And the reason that matters is because we're trying to identify if we have a male or female tarantula. Not only because we want to get their names right? But because male tarantulas live significantly shorter lives than their female counterparts. Female tarantulas will continue to molt throughout their lives, whereas male tarantulas will hit a molt where they're an adult, and some of them get little hooks under their front legs, and that keeps them from being able to molt again after they become an adult. Tarantulas molt more frequently when they're young, and then by the time they get old, they don't molt nearly as often. So Debbie that we just looked at, she can go several years in between a molt, whereas for tiny spiderlings, also known as slings, they can molt very quickly, especially for some fast-growing tarantulas. So right now we have so many tarantulas in pre-molt. And the reason we notice is because they stop eating. And it's not as fun when you're trying to feed a tarantula and it has no interest whatsoever in what you're trying to give it.
Right now, we have 12 out of 20 of our tarantulas that are pre-molt. Yesterday morning, it was 13, but yesterday, one of our tarantulas molted.
Every day I wake up and check, are they getting ready to molt? Are they getting ready to molt? And so we just sit and we wait.
We were waiting so long for this tarantula to molt. We went up upstairs and ate dinner, came back down, and it was done molting, so we missed it.
I was checking this tarantula probably every hour or so just to be there so I could get some cool video of this tarantula molting. And the reason being is because it was right at the front of its enclosure and it was making a whole bunch of web, and I knew this tarantula was getting ready to molt. Fortunately, I was able to tell that Houdini
is actually Herdini.
Oh, it's a lady. So what I want to show you is this tarantula in there is usually out in the open, but right now she is hiding away. And the reason for that is after they get rid of their exoskeleton is so soft that they're very vulnerable to predators. Even predators that would not normally be a problem. Even their prey. So that's why we don't like to leave crickets or superworms or roaches inside the containers when they're ready to molt. or really any other time, because even the most fierce tarantula can be prey. Most likely when a tarantula is molted, it's going to curl up and hide, and if you try to mess with it, it's just going to cover its head and wait for you to go away. So we thought, what a great chance to have a contest for our subscribers to guess which of these tarantulas is going to molt next. We chose 4 that are the closest to molting, and you will be able to comment down below of which of these tarantulas you think will be the first one to molt. We're going to show you each of these 4 tarantulas. What you're going to do is comment down below which of these tarantulas you think is going to be the first one to molt. First, you're going to subscribe to our channel. Number 2, you're going to like this video. What you're going to do is in the comments, you're going to put 1, 2, 3, or 4, and any other comments or questions you have, but make sure you put one of those 4, and then whichever one molts first, we're going to choose one of those comments randomly as the winner, and the winner will receive
a $25 gift card to Bugs in Cyberspace.
So we're really excited to let somebody else have the joy of getting a package from Bugs in Cyberspace.
And keep in mind, you only get 1 vote for this contest.
Oh, that was my strategy.
And you have to be in the United States, but you can't be in Hawaii.
Because Bugs in Cyberspace can't ship to Hawaii.
Now let's talk about our contestants. Our first contestant is our Phormictopus cancerides. It's a Haitian Brown. This one is pretty fat, as you can see. We thought he would be a really good contestant because how fat he is, and also he hasn't been eating.
And usually this is one of our more aggressive eating tarantulas. Also, this is a tarantula. If he gets scared, he will jet. But one of the signs of pre-molt is lethargy, and this is very unlike this tarantula to just sit there when I have the top open. So this is contestant number 1.
Our contestant number 2 is our Acanthoscurria geniculata, Brazilian white knee tarantula. We thought this one would make a great contestant because, like the other one, he's fat and he hasn't eaten in a while. And he is usually one that will eat a lot. Now, this tarantula is named Pele. Well, for one, he's Brazilian, like the Brazilian soccer player Pele. This tarantula loves to kick hairs.
One of the Western Hemisphere tarantula's defense mechanisms is brushing microscopic hairs off their abdomen to bother any potential predators. This tarantula is our most frequent kicker, thus the name Pele.
Our contestant number 3 is our Brachypelma albopilosum. This one is a very good contestant. As you can see, is very fat. This one is usually a really good eater, but hasn't eaten in a while.
This is a curly hair tarantula. You can see all the hairs on the legs and abdomen, and as it grows, it will only get more and more and more furry. I think its next molt, it's gonna just pop with fuzzy hair.
Contestant number 3 is Heather, the Brachypelma albopilosum. Our final contestant, contestant number 4, is our Bumba cabocla, Brazilian Redhead. This one is very fat and its abdomen is super shiny.
You can see, when we said before, sometimes you can see their hearts in their abdomen when they're pre-molt because they're so stretched, and this is definitely the case with this tarantula. Look at that dark stripe on its abdomen. That's actually its heart.
This one actually doesn't have a name. We just end up calling it Bumba because it's just fun to say. Bumba cabocla. If you have any ideas for a name for our Bumba cabocla, just comment down below what you think we should name it.
Such a cool tarantula.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, comment down below, and hit the notification bell.
let us know your guess for which of our 4 tarantulas is going to be the first one to get their new clothes. As soon as one of those tarantulas molt, we'll be back with a video showing it, and we will announce the winner. So it could be tomorrow, it could be a week from now, it could be 3 weeks from now. I hope it's not any longer than that. Like always, don't be afraid.
Be educated.
See you next time.
Bumba